We're going to talk about today mower height, setting, conditions of your equipment, also spreaders and how you should be applying your fertilizers and your pesticides, and that's all key critical to making your yard the very best it can be. So the first part of our show today is I'm going to show you how to set our mower height on the mower deck. Now this is a Honda, and everybody's always wanting to tell me what notch they're on their particular mower. Check your deck on mower height. Where I want your mower height right now is 2 1/4, 2.5 inches tall. So that means from the bottom of the deck, and I'm fixing to show you, to the concrete is going to be that. You don't do it in the lawn because it's already setting down. So that means if I'm setting at 2 1/4 on the concrete, in the grass it's going to be at 2 inches. You see where the notch is right now on the bottom of the deck? It's showing at 2.5. So that's why I always tell people, make sure you know the deck height, and that's the way you check it on concrete. Now also, how sharp is your mower blade? This has 2 mower blades, and that's called scissor cut, and you rarely, if ever, have to sharpen those blades. Single blades have to be sharpened. That's key critical on making your blades of grass look really good, because evaporation is excessive if it's tattered and torn instead of a clean cut.
And why is the height so important on stuff like this?
If you're too short, then you're cutting the crown off and it's evaporating more. If your mower's too dull, you're causing excessive evaporation. The other thing is that you're overworking your equipment and you're destroying the beauty of your lawn if you're mowing too short. Also, your water is supposed to be right now on these zones back here. We're at 20 minutes, the front ones, the rotors, 25 minutes. My big issue with that is I'm trying to still water less, so that's why I'm not cutting my yard so short. So in conjunction with our products and everything, we're trying to conserve moisture at the same time have beautiful lawns. Not everybody's going to have a fertilizer spreader like this. This is a high-end commercial from A.M. Leonard. But a broadcast spreader such as this is how you're going to apply our products such as Pro Turf Weed Out, humic acid. But these things are meant to apply fertilizer right. The thing I don't like about drop fertilizer spreaders is you have these lined marks, whereas this is doing as it says, broadcast. I want to show you how to do a spreader rotation on applying fertilizer, because that's why a lot of people hire me, is they don't simply know how do I rotate. So I'm going to go ahead and apply in straight lines as I go with my fertilizer dispenser. And then when I get to my pivot, realizing I'm still throwing 3 to 4 feet over there, I make the pivot and I come over 4.5 to 5 feet here, because I've already thrown this way. And so you see my rotations are every 4.5 to 5 feet. And I make sure I get my edges very good. I slow down and I come up, and here I go again. And so this is our application method. And this type of pre-emergence and fertilizer is not going to hurt any of your flowers. These hostas are doing fantastic. And here we go again. And I rotate over each time. So that's basically, you're going to apply properly if you're doing that. Now also, let's take into effect the wind's been blowing. And I would recommend you not do it in high wind velocity. Sometimes you don't have any choice. But absolutely, you want proper application of this stuff. First of all, it costs a lot of money, and then you can't really overdo it, but you can waste it. I want to show you what my setting's at down in here. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. We'll try. So So this right now, because this is an alphabetical setting, that is open 1/3 of the way. And that setting right there is for Pro Turf weed out, which is most typically if you're not using that, your pre-emergence fertilizers, those kinds of products. It's going to be a 1/3 opening, whether you got A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/3 opening. You see the shadow. Okay, so now for humic acid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it much larger. We have to have almost a halfway, not a third opening. So yeah, now we're at a halfway opening. This is a very fine granular product. Both of these can be put on the same day through the same spreader, no issues at all, but just make sure you open this one wider than you do the Pro Turf weed out. Okay, so real quick here, when we were talking about mowers, that height thing is just one issue. The way you mow, your approach. The way I do mine is I go all the way around the outside for 2 to 3 mower deck widths. And then every week I rotate my mow pattern, meaning this week I might mow straight up and down this way. Next week I'm going to mow at a 45-degree angle this way. Then the week after that I do a 45-degree angle that way. That helps me not have the same wear track mower marks in my lawn.